Hi everyone, welcome back to CrochetRocks. Tracy here, and this is a bit of an update on what happened today. So I had my appointment with the doctor. Yeah, an actual face-to-face appointment with the doctor. Can you believe it? They're as rare as a rocking horse manure these days, but yeah, I managed to get one. And so I went there this morning, and my appointment was for 10 o'clock in the morning, and I was seen at 11:15. I sat there in that waiting room waiting for the consultation, getting more and more kind of cheesed off as time went by. And Gary was waiting in the car with the kids because he had River and Sophia, and boy were they bored. And the annoying thing was there was more than one GP on. There was 3, so the practice has been taken over, so there's actually more doctors there now. But all of the other doctors were running on time except for mine. So I sat there and watched that waiting room fill up and empty, while a couple of us just sat there because we were the unlucky ones to have that GP. So eventually I got seen, and I told him what I thought it was, and that I'd sent the pictures in. He had a good look. Then he had a good look at my nose, which is this little patch here. And unfortunately, I was right. And it is actinic keratosis. So it's a kind of a precancerous condition. And those, if left unattended, those cells can turn to a skin cancer. So I've now got this delightful box of cream. There are 2 treatments. I googled it because I kind of knew as soon as I see it what it was. And because my sister has had them, and we've spoken at length, and she's described it, and I've asked what they look like. And so as soon as I saw this, I just thought, oh, I bet that's what my sister has. And you know, it was. So my sister has cream like this for hers, but because hers are usually out of sight, you know, they're either on her arm or on her here where you can wear something and cover it. They're not usually right on the end of a nose where it's in full view of everyone. So you can get it frozen off, you know, which would probably look the same, or you can get this cream which you put on twice a day, and it's going to burn away the precancerous cells. And then once it gets to your own skin reacts and says, whoa, don't like this, what you're doing. And so then you get this inflammatory response, as the doctor calls it, or as I prefer to call it, a really manky looking sore. So once you get manky looking sore, you stop taking the cream because you've burnt away all of the precancerous cells, and what's left is yours. So you then stop and let it heal up, and that's it. So firstly, I'm a bit, why me? Because, you know, I've already had cancer, I've already had surgery, I've already gone through all that, and boy was it the worst thing that I've ever had in my life to kind of try and get over. So here I am with this, and it seems like somebody up there is trying me, and you know, it's not my turn sort of thing, you know. So there is that element to it, the why me and not again, and I don't want this going all in. But then it's not even in a place where I can disguise it or hide it. So I said to the doctor, when it's looking at its worst, can I cover it up? Can I go out wearing a plaster? And he said, I don't know, I'll look it up. So he found out, yes, you can cover it with a dressing. You can do that. So, okay. So there's that, which is one good thing. And I said, you know, obviously in the early stages, perhaps concealer would work, but it might be an irritation. I think Gary came up with a brilliant idea. He said, because today in the surgery, there was well, a multitude of old people wearing masks. He said, why don't you just, you know, return to the days of COVID and put a mask on? So I thought, you know what, I could do that if it was really, really bad and I was it was hideous and I didn't want people to see it. I'm just going to wear a mask, and people will think it's because I've obviously immunocompromised and I don't want to catch something. So there is that. I'm going to, that's what I'm going to have to do. So I've got to go through it anyway. I've got to do it. At least it might be the first of many. That's the only thing. My sister's had quite a few of them. And if you're blonde, if you're a redhead, then you are more susceptible to this than others. So I'm just kind of going to have to go with it. So I've got two options, right? I can run and hide, or I can embrace it and use it. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to embrace it and use it, because I'm not one to run away from a fight. I'm not one to shrink away. So I am going to do a feature on this, on Rocksteady. I'm going to do a feature on the treatment for my actinic keratosis, and I'm going to do it on camera and show it its process. Well, so if you want to be with me on that little journey, you have to subscribe over on Rocksteady and watch the videos. So this is my first day. I have put the cream on once, so I may do my first video today. I may put it on tomorrow, but I may film it today. So that's it. Yeah, basically. When am I ever going to get any luck? That's what I want to know. I mean, I guess I did get lucky. I beat cancer, and the doctor that I spoke to today, nice man, and new. My surgery, as I said, has been taken over by a group that buy up surgeries and then put doctors on the payroll. So rather than doctors trying to run a surgery and not be able to get locums or that sort of thing, this company just employ doctors and they run practices. And there's so many improvements there that it's actually quite good. And so hopefully from now on, appointments are going to be able to be found rather than as rare as rocking horse manure. So there is that. But also, I have to have a blood test. I've got to have a blood test, see if I've got diabetes. So it's like, you get to a certain age, like 21. Now you get to a certain age and it's like a switch goes off. And it's like, let's see what we can... let's see what we can make her body have now. There's no telling that I have got that, but I've got a few little niggly ailments that could point to it or pre-diabetes. So, yeah, got to go have a blood test, which as much as I hate those. So yeah, I'm going to be doing that as well. It's like, got to smile, really. But that's my day. That was my day. Then we had dinner with the kids, and Charlotte came and picked them up. And Gary's now sitting in the sun. I told him to slather on the Factor. He doesn't want to go down this road. And but that's the thing. I slather on Factor 50. I've never really been one. I mean, even if I've got a little bit of a colour going on, I'll still put the Factor on 30, 15, that sort of thing. I've never go without. Never. So damage was done as a child, running around when people didn't really bother. And a lot of people actually put oils on back then because they wanted to attract more sun. Not that I did, but, and he said, have you ever got burnt? And I thought, who hasn't really, I come from an era of, everybody was out there. There wasn't the knowledge that there is now for anything. And yeah, I've been burnt by the sun on a few occasions. But, now I will be paying the price for that. But it's like everything, at one point in life, they told us that smoking was healthy. There wasn't knowledge back in those days. Not that I'm that old, that, I mean, let's just get that put to bed. But, yeah, I am annoyed. I am disappointed. I am a little upset about it. but you know, I can't really do anything about it other than just do the treatment and suck it up, put on your big girl pants, all those cliches, and just get on with it. So yeah. Unbelievable, isn't it? Yet again, but on your nose, for goodness sake, Tracy, of all places. Most people get them in discreet places they can hide. What do you do? Go and right on the end of your nose. Seriously, it's like it couldn't get any worse. Obviously, that's the one bit that sticks out on your body that gets a bit of sunburn on it, when, you know, even if nothing else does. But all the places, seriously, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna get off and upload this video and think about my my video that I'm gonna make over on Rocksteady. So anyway, thank you for joining me, and for all your messages and everything else. I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.